Good evening, everybody. My name's Kelley Farley. I'm an independent Stampin' demonstrator in Karaka, Auckland. And on a Sunday night, I come to you live and make a card together. So while I just get myself sorted, we're going to make this double step card. So if you look at it from the side, that's what it looks like. And then at the back, I would put a panel on there so that you can write on the back if it is not a what do you call it, if it's not a light enough colour. I could use a silver or gold pen on here. Right, let me just get myself sorted and get that video. Yep. Right, so I've gone back to the Latte designer series paper just because it made it a really nice quick card, and I could cut out the cups of coffee on there. Quick happy birthday from a stamp set called Simply Said. I don't know if we've used this one before, but this is it. It's got 2 birthdays, a thanks, 2 thanks, just a note, hello, miss you, yay, thinking of you, and let's celebrate. So that's quite a nice stamp set. Photopolymer, so easy to use. Yeah, so just a nice quick card, and then we've got just this step inside, and it fits into this has got a card in it, but you can see that it would fit into a standard card size envelope. Excuse me, I have a bit of gas. All right, so we're going to do this one. I have already scored it, but what I will do is bring in my trimmer. Now, card base. Hello, Alison. Tonight I'm using centimetres, so please do keep that in mind when you're doing your measurements, because it will be slightly different to normal when I use inches. So your card base is 14.9 by 14.9. So 14.9 is actually pretty much A5 size. All right, so that's what gives us the height there, and then you're just making that square. All right, so that gives you this piece here, the base piece. So we're going to do some scoring on that, which will be, if I go this way, usually I would go that way. So the first one is 2 centimetres, and then the next one is 4 centimetres, and I'm just getting my, into the groove. So 4 centimetres, and then you're going to come down to, so 9.4. All right, so 9.4 is the last one. Start with 2, 4, 9.9. 9.4, sorry, not 9.9. All right, and then we're just going to use our bone folder, and we're just going to furnish those. And we're going to concertina them. All right, so depending on which way you go, but you want, done something wrong there. Have I done something? Oh no, feels like I've done something wrong there. That should line up there. Oops. Ooh, what did I do? Let's measure it against here. Or maybe it's just because of when it's set up. This one works. Maybe I didn't go far enough down, but that's okay, because I'll just, how far down am I? How far out am I? Goes to, I went to 9.9. Hi, Andrea. I went to 9.9 instead of 9.4. So I'm just going to trim off 5, half a centimetre, and then that should bring us back to even, seeing as I've messed up there. But you should be fine if you, no, okay, it's going to work. I'm just going to leave it because it's going to work. All right, this one works, so it's 2, 4, 9.4. All right, it's still going to work. Yeah, that's fine. Right, our larger piece is 8 centimeters wide, and then it is 21 centimeters long. All right, we're going to score at, what's that, 1.5, and then so we go to 1.5, and then the next one that we score at is 10.5. All right, so then you're going to go, so that was 1.5 centimeters and 10.5. You don't necessarily need to, that just gives you some flexibility for, because that wasn't setting up very well, gives you a little bit of flexibility to move things around and stuff. But I didn't score that. I scored it, but I didn't fold it. I haven't actually tried it without scoring it. So our next one is 5.5 centimeters wide by 18 centimeters wide. Again, we're going to do 1.5 centimeters, and then we're going to come to 9. All right, and then we're just going to fold that in half as well. So for my decoration of my designer series paper, you could decorate more if you want to. I've just done the 2 panels. So this one here, remember, was 8. So I've just gone down 7.5, just a 0.5 centimeter, the top and the bottom, top and sides. So this is 7.5 by, I think this is 10.5. So 7.5 by 10, and that's just going to get glued onto this side here, like that. And then the next piece was 5.5 by 9, so this is 5 by 8.5. All right, just gives that same border around the outside, like so. So let me move this out of the way. Let's glue this down. I forgot about this splotchy, but I'd already cut the base in the Lost Lagoon, so I don't think it really went. It was a bit dark. Didn't really. So but if I'd gone with an early espresso or pecan pie, it would look really cool with that splotch, coffee splotch. So I'm just going to pop those on there, like so. And then when you're putting this together, you just need to ignore that, so I'm going to pop it here like this. It's up to you which way you do it. You're going to open them to start with. You're going to pop this so that it lines up on the bottom, and then this one is going to line up on the bottom there. So you could move them in a little bit and have them a bit closer together, or you can have them so that they're right on the edge and a bit further away from each other. My first one, the left-hand side one, is right on the edge, and this one is a little bit further in. I'm going to actually do that both ends, and I've got this little strip here. So I actually only need 3 small strips, and you don't need to be perfect with it. If you, and this is, it's lovely paper. It's the latte. A Little Latte. So it's got all of the different coffee thingies, but yeah, the stripy paper is really cool. So this is just an offcut that I had, but it's not long enough and I don't want to cut into it to, so my thinking is I'm going to have a piece here. So I'm just going to grab my snips. I'm only going to be about that long, so I'm going to pop that there, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side, just about that long, and so that's going to go there. You see what I'm doing? I'm going to move it up a bit. And then this piece is going to go more to the middle there. All right, so I'm going to glue those down. Now, if you have a piece that is 14.9 by 1.5, or you want to put just a piece of white cardstock, use the whole thing. I'm just trying to use some scraps because actually you can't see it once it's all stuck down. You can't actually see that it's not a whole piece. So if I was to put that there, I'm just going to put that in my mouth with glue on it. That's not going to be pleasant. Maybe a little bit further over. See, you don't actually need very much showing it all. And then that's going to go like that. Okay. That's going to go there. So, that is our base. It looks a bit weird with the patchy paper, but believe me, you're not going to notice. So we're going to stick some, we're just going to put just along the bottom of there, and we're just going to pop this here, and I'm going to line it up with the base of my card. So I'm going to stand it up and just make sure it's nice and flat there. Alright, I'm just going to hold it there for a few minutes because it is adhering to two different heights, which you can feel if you rub your fingers over the top, but you can't really see it. And then I'm going to pop this one on here. And I'm just going to leave a bit of a gap. But again, making sure that it's a little bit further. I'm making sure it's level on the bottom there. And then we'll flip it over. Hi, Mary. Flip it over and we're just going to glue. Oh, see, I could maybe. Take another 0.5 centimetre. Just really mess that up tonight. I did it with the first lot of measurements and it worked perfectly fine. So I don't know what I've done this time. So where that score line is, you're just going to put some glue on there, and I'm going to do it with both because I can just flip them over. So you're just going to flip it over on the back like that. Hold that down, make sure we don't get glue oozing out, and then the same with the other one. Hold that down a minute. This is like a cheap double, what do you call it? What have I called it? Step card. All right, and then that's how. So you can do this where you have to cut out the middle pieces and all of that kind of thing, but this is a really quick and easy way to make a really effective card that just stands up by itself. So what I am going to do next is use some of these. Oh, that's a shame. That yellow cup would have been good. I might grab this one here. Oh, actually, let's go this way. This is really cool paper. I love this paper. I did a class on it, and it was really nice to be able to have lots of different patterns. So I'm just going to put my glasses on. I'm going to have a really quick cut around. Remember, when you're fussy cutting, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't like it, it depends on my mood as to how much I like fussy cutting or not, or how tired I am generally, probably. Just when you're fussy cutting, move the paper, not your scissors so much. Oh, do I want to cut that out? How picky do I want to be? See how I'm just moving that gently so that the scissors can do the work. My scissors are really old, and I don't want to jinx it because usually when I say stuff like this it jinxes it, but I haven't had to sharpen them, and I'm saying like 10ish years that I've had these scissors, and I haven't had to sharpen them, and they just cut really beautifully. So if you are considering a pair of our paper snips, but thinking, oh, they're quite expensive, and you know, I've got scissors, but you do like fussy cutting, I do recommend that you consider these. Alright, so maybe just one here, just like that maybe. And then I'm going to do happy birthday. I'm using, so before I stick everything down, I'm going to stamp. How's everyone's long weekend been? It's been nice having an extra day, I have to say. I don't know that I got was any more productive, but it was nice to have the day, that's for sure. Just to decompress. Put this away so I don't forget. Ouch. Do that with my stuff for tomorrow. Alright, so I'm just going to snip in between. Yeah, this is an offcut when you're cutting your... Oh, good, I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better, Alison, because it's not fun being sick. Yeah, when you cut your mats and inserts, keep these, like, it can be annoying having a whole pile of these, but they do come in handy, I have to say. I don't know if I trust myself. I'll use some long scissors. I'm glad that you're feeling it better. Have you had many through for an open home this weekend? Is that looking positive again? Or if you don't want to talk about it, then that's okay. Laid floorboards. Oh, I remember doing them in our other house. They can, you got to have your mouth in the right place for some of them, don't you? But I bet you're glad that you've done it. They'll look really lovely. Andrea. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down with a bit of a backing on some, on some Lost Lagoon, just to make it stand out a little bit against the designer series paper. Oh, that's really good news. Sorry, Andrea, that's yeah, I get it. I actually just didn't even help because I was just like, nope, not my thing. And things like that, we push each other's buttons, but that's okay. Well, I'm glad you've got them done, and I'm assuming by that comment you're still married, so that's a good that's a bonus too. I'm pleased to hear. That's really good news about an offer, Alison. I'm stoked for you. That's very exciting. The end is nigh, hopefully. Now, you'll see me using some non-Stampin' Up scissors. They're just longer blade ones to get. I find I need them to get a straighter cut. No, that looks a bit dumb. I'm going to put them there. I feel like I need 3, but there's not really space for 3. Yeah, it'll Andrea, it'll look amazing and it'll feel so good. I remember when we finally had all of ours done, it was so nice. And then we sold our house, which wasn't the plan initially, but we had orange or terracotta tiles, so we got rid of them. And they were really old. So the floorboards were definitely warmed up the house, that's for sure. Right, let's do some of these. I hope we all use our edges of our... Yeah, I hear you, Alison. It's annoying that they're being so rude. I was talking to a friend on Friday night, and her... Oh, that would have been an interesting experience, Andrea, having them as lino. Probably easier to pull up than actual tiles. Right, let's be a bit straight with this one. Yeah, her parents are trying to sell their place to move closer into Papakura, and she said it's a massive house, lovely big section, perfect for a family, and they're getting ridiculous offers for a 4-bedroom family home. All right, let me get that out of the way. It's just not fair. People need to remember that actually, these houses that people are selling are actually worth a lot of money, and don't try and be cheeky because it's offensive. But, so I'll keep my fingers crossed. Yes, way easier. And it would have made laying your new ones a whole lot easier as well. All right, I'm tempted, which I don't know that I'll do, but because I might ruin it and then I'll get mad. But in here, this has got the little steam, but I don't think I'll bother with that. I'll just pop I don't even need to put anything on the back there. I'm just going to leave it as it is. So that, one of those is going to be my brother's birthday card. He's a bit of a coffee drinker. And men's cards are, Thank you, Alison. Yeah, I think actually it's fine by itself. It doesn't really need it. Yes, men's cards are a little bit tricky, but he's a bit of a coffee fan, so either of those I think will work quite nicely for him for his birthday next week. All right. What is the time? We're a little bit early tonight. That's always nice. We'd have less of me and more of your own evening. I appreciate the 2 people that are, according to my screen, there are 2 people still watching. So I appreciate you both. Thank you very much for joining us. I will post a picture of these for you if you give it a go. If you are unsure on the measurements, watching it back, just flick me a message and I can send them through to you. I'd love to see anything that you make using that card design. All right, I'm going to go and do some work now and get ready for tomorrow, and I will see you next Sunday. All right, bye for now.